Hi everyone. It's a pretty lousy day up here in Queensland on the Moreton Bay Islands at the moment, so I thought I'd do a painting for you. What I'm using is I use the brand Boom Gel Stain. I hope you can see that properly. In this bottle though, this is just an ordinary mix of Floetrol, tubed acrylic paint, and I've added a little bit of silver to the black paint as well, just to give it a bit of a sheen. The other colours I'm going to be using is the pearlescent charcoal in the Boom Gel Stain. I've got a really pretty lily pilly pink in the same brand. These are all from Western Australia, guys, if you want to get on and grab them. And a limited edition Dusty Rose. Now if you want this one, this is a limited edition colour. It's a really pretty pink, as you can see. It's got a slight pearlescent look to it. It is limited edition, so make sure if you're jumping online that you grab that pretty quickly before they do sell out or before they're finished. So I'm going to start just by pouring some of my black paint around the edges. I think I've got a lumpy bit in there. Don't know how that happened. So we're just going to spread this paint out. Now, the idea of Boom Gel Stain, you can do this sort of art mixing your own with Floetrol, water and ordinary acrylic tubed paint. However, instead of going to all that fuss, this is not actually a paint, it's a gel stain, and it's made specifically to do this sort of work. You'll see the finish of it is absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to give this a really good base to work with. I've already done a little bit today, so yes, it's a bit messy. That's got most of my base down there. I just want to take that over the edges a bit. Make sure it's well covered. Just make sure these edges look good so I don't end up with white patches from the canvas afterwards. I've been doing a little bit of this last night and today, and I'm down to my last canvas, so I'm going to have to go shopping, which can be a bit of a chore from where I live. I'm actually out in the middle of the ocean. We don't have a bridge, which was the selling point for me to live here. So that's got the canvas in a pretty steady base. Next thing I'm just going to just spread that out a little bit first. I'm not too concerned about the centre just yet, because I'm going to make what's called a little pillow there. Why not? Let's just get it all. Okay, so that's step one. Won't be needing that spatula anymore. Next thing, I'm going to make myself a nice little pillow in the middle of this. I'm starting to run low on this black, so I don't have a real measurement to make up this black. I just make it until it flows as I want it to. So let's see, what colour will I start with? I might start with some of the lily pilly pink. And we'll just make some circles. You can put this on any way you like. You can make lines in it, straight lines, you can go around in circles like I'm doing. Okay, now in between this, just for the effect, I'm going to add some of the charcoal, pearlescent charcoal gel stain. And finally, my Dusty Rose. I normally only use one colour with the charcoal to do these, but I'm being a bit adventurous and I'm adding another one to it. I might even just add another dot of the lily pilly on there. Make sure when you're doing this you're not wearing any clothes that are good. Put on something a bit daggy. Now this little bottle here is just a mixture of silicone oil, ordinary acrylic black paint out of a tube, some water, and most important, the silicone oil. This is what's going to make the cells. By putting the silicone oil in this and adding it to the middle, we're going to get some really pretty cells, hopefully. You don't need too much of that. Okay, I think you can see that okay. I'm just checking. You can probably see my lovely pink fluffy socks in this horrible weather. Keep my feet warm. Right here, I'm just going to start to blow this out, so excuse me if my head gets in the way of the camera for a second. Excuse me, I'm a bit choked up with this wind. Blow right into the centre and then out. Okay, that's already started to look a little bit pretty. Now we're just going to give this a spin. Try and stretch this paint out now. And that's what's going to give us the lovely effect at the end, stretching this paint out. This is nice and easy to do. Nothing tricky, and as I said, the Boom Gel stains are specifically made for this purpose. Also paint pouring. Another little fun trick you can do with them, you can actually dye clothes with them. So you could paint a pattern on clothes and it will actually stain in the colour that you've put on. I believe when you're finished you give it an iron, put a warm iron over it, set it into the fabric well, and then it's washable as well. Okay, this side's not stretching as much as I'd like it to. I know I've got an even base because I checked earlier. So I'll just give it a couple more turns. Another fun little trick you can do with this is I'm just going to take, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I've got some pink that's dribbled down over here. So I'm just going to scrape this up. And I'm going to pop that just to add a little bit more colour to this section here. Sorry if my hand's in the way. So I've got a little bit more over here with the pink. It's probably a better angle for you. And give that a couple more spins. Yep, I'm liking the look of that. We've got a bit of a halo effect going on around the edges. You can see all the cells started to come up in here. Yep, I'm happy with that. Unlike acrylic paint, when this sets and dries, the liquid will sort of evaporate out of it. You won't get, even though this is a bit thicker on here, you're not going to get a lumpy, uneven canvas. This is going to self-level, and you'll actually be able to see the canvas print through it, the weave of the canvas through it. So it's not going to end up all lumpy and bumpy. So once I've done that, I'm just going to go around and tidy up these edges and make sure they're all nicely covered. And the top. So I'm just picking up some of this gel stain. I'm just going to tap this around the edges. just to give it that nice, clean, finished look. Make sure I get those corners. Okay, that's all done. There we go. Very pretty. Lovely effects. With the Boom Gel stain, also as this dries, we're going to get, you'll see quite a change. As the paint does dry, this is going to change quite a bit yet. Well, not too much. With a pour, it will change a lot more. But with this technique, you'll get some more cells come through. You'll get more colour come through the paints that I've used in the centre. So there you go. Hope you all enjoy your day and happy booming. Bye.